As Port Charles braces for yet another storm of secrets, betrayals, and unexpected alliances, General Hospital promises 2 weeks filled with shocking turns, heart-pounding suspense, and emotional revelations that could permanently alter the lives of its residents. From a chilling captivity crisis to a discovery that changes everything, these upcoming episodes will push our favorite characters to their limits and remind fans why GH remains the most unpredictable drama on daytime television. Captivity Crisis, a prisoner's desperation. The tension rises as a new captivity storyline unfolds, one that ties together old grudges and fresh betrayals. Whispers from Pentonville reach Sonny Corinthos, suggesting that a high-profile inmate has been targeted, and not by random chance. Rumors swirl that one of Sonny's own enemies orchestrated the abduction to gain leverage over him, but who could be pulling the strings? Meanwhile, Ava Jerome finds herself drawn back into a dangerous game she thought she had escaped. When a mysterious package arrives at Windermere, it contains evidence linking her to the captive's situation, along with a warning: stay quiet, or someone she loves will pay the price. Ava's inner turmoil reaches a breaking point as she debates whether to confide in Sonny, knowing full well that one wrong move could reignite a mob war. Elsewhere, Dante Falconry dives headfirst into the investigation. His instincts tell him that this captivity crisis is more than just another mob-related power play. It's personal. As he uncovers cryptic clues that point toward someone within Port Charles itself, Dante's moral compass begins to waver. If the truth threatens his own family, will he expose it or protect them? Terrible timing. Love interrupted, lives colliding. Romance and chaos go hand in hand in Port Charles, but this week, timing is everyone's worst enemy. For Carly Spencer, the universe seems determined to keep her and Drew Kane apart. Just as the couple starts finding their rhythm again after the SEC ordeal, an urgent business crisis forces Drew to leave town unexpectedly. Carly, frustrated but understanding, tries to stay strong until she receives a call that changes everything. News about Nina's latest scheme puts Carly back on the defensive, forcing her to choose between her heart and her pride. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos and Willow Tate's fragile peace begins to crumble. Their joy over Willow's recovery is overshadowed by Michael's growing tension with Sonny. When Willow tries to play peacemaker, her words only inflame old wounds. Timing has never been crueler. Just as Willow plans a family gathering meant to reunite them all, a piece of devastating news surfaces that could drive them further apart. And then there's Chase and Brooklyn Quartermain, who seem to have everything going right for once, until Tracy Quartermain's interference strikes again. A last-minute decision by BLQ, meant to protect Chase's career, backfires spectacularly. The fallout might not just cost her the job she loves, but also the trust of the man who stood by her through everything. Serious shock, unmasking hidden truths. Port Charles thrives on secrets, but even long-time residents aren't ready for what's coming next. Laura Collins returns from her overseas trip, carrying heavy news about Nicola's. What she reveals to Elizabeth and Alexis leaves them speechless and sets off a chain reaction that ripples through the Spencer and Cassadine families alike. Is Nicola's truly on the path to redemption, or is he more dangerous than ever? Elsewhere, Sam McCall receives an anonymous message that threatens to expose a truth about Dante's past. When she confronts him, his reaction stuns her. Dante admits that during his time undercover years ago, he made choices that could come back to haunt them both, and someone clearly intends to make sure they do. The tension between Sam and Dante escalates, testing the strength of their love as old ghosts resurface. And just when it seems like Portia Robinson's world couldn't become any more complicated, Curtis uncovers a disturbing connection between her research at the hospital and an incident from years ago, one that may tie to Sonny's empire and a patient long presumed dead. The discovery sends Portia spiraling, forcing her to question how far she's willing to go to protect her family and her career. Daunting discovery, a truth that changes everything. The final week in this 2-week stretch brings a discovery that no one in Port Charles could have anticipated. In the dark corners of GH's basement, a piece of long-buried evidence resurfaces. a recording that links several key players to crimes spanning decades. It's a revelation that could topple reputations, destroy alliances, and even lead to murder. Anna Devane, ever the determined investigator, takes the lead in deciphering the recording's origins. As she pieces together its contents, she realizes it connects back to her own past in the WSB, and someone she trusted may have orchestrated years of chaos from the shadows. When she finally uncovers the culprit's name, Anna is shaken to her core. Meanwhile, Sunny's empire stands on the brink. As word of the discovery spreads, the mob boss faces betrayal from within. His most trusted ally turns against him, feeding his enemies valuable intel. With the FBI closing in and his personal life unraveling, Sunny must make a ruthless choice: protect his family or preserve his power. At the same time, Jocelyn Jacks stumbles upon evidence tying Dex to the same crisis. She's torn between love and loyalty, knowing that whatever she decides could seal Dex's fate or her own. Emotional fallout when secrets collide. By the end of these 2 explosive weeks, every major player in Port Charles will be touched by the chaos. Families will fracture, old enemies will resurface, and hidden agendas will collide. Carly, once again at the center of the storm, must decide whether to forgive or fight back. Nina faces a reckoning that could cost her everything she's worked for, including her relationship with Willow. And as Laura struggles to restore balance to her city, she begins to suspect that the true enemy may not be outside Port Charles, but within it. When the dust finally settles, nothing will be the same. The captivity crisis will reveal shocking alliances. The terrible timing of love and loss will leave hearts broken. The serious shocks will expose betrayals that go back years. And the daunting discovery, the truth beneath all the lies, will mark the beginning of a new era for General Hospital. As fans know, in Port Charles, every revelation opens the door to another secret. And just when you think you've seen it all, GH proves there's always another twist waiting around the corner. Get ready, GH fans. The next 2 weeks will test every bond, break every promise, and rewrite every rule. From heartbreak to hope, from vengeance to redemption, this is General Hospital at its most daring, emotional, and unforgettable.